So that's really small, given what it can make. I think 8 by 7 by 7. I think it's fairly easy to make, even if you don't understand everything so far. If you pause the video while I'm making it, you can see all of the parts. Remember to power the block dispenser from one block above, otherwise the signal from the detector will go straight to the block dispenser. That's not what you want. You want to add some delay to it, like that, and you want to be able to have a button that can change the state of this torch to manually start the process. And I'm quite glad I managed to keep some space here. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 11 blocks to add something over here, probably some millstone or maybe something to make some hellfire dust. So just some dispensers that spit out ground netherrack on top of a hopper with a soul sand filter, because wow, still here, asshole. Stop stalking me. I have to kill him. Ah ha ha ha. Fuck me. Seriously, there's something weird with Ghast. I don't know if you experienced that before, but sometimes they seem to be able to shoot you even if they can't see you. I mean, why is there a hole in here? They're not supposed to be able to see me from here. And I fixed that just before I start recording, so I know that's not something that happened previously. That's something fairly recent, and I have no idea what the fuck happened here. Yeah, that's annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that here. Yeah, let's... Actually, there's one thing that I made in the overworld that I haven't finished yet, but that could be a good thing. So that's really relatively small, given what it can make. I think 8 by 7 by 7. I think it's fairly easy to make, even if you don't understand everything so far. If you pause the video while I'm making it, you can see all of the parts. Remember to power the block dispenser from one block above, otherwise the signal from the detector will go straight to the block dispenser. That's not what you want. You want to add some delay to it, like that, and you want to be able to have a button that can change the state of this torch to manually start the process. And I'm quite glad I managed to keep some space here. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks to add something over here, probably some millstone or maybe something to make some hellfire dust. So just some dispensers that spit out ground netherrack on top of a hopper with a soul sand filter, because wow, still here, asshole. Stop stalking me. I have to kill him. Ah ha ha ha. Fuck me. Seriously, there's something weird with Ghast. I don't know if you experienced that before, but sometimes they seem to be able to shoot you even if they can't see you. I mean, why is there a hole in here? They're not supposed to be able to see me from here. And I fixed that just before I start recording, so I know that's not something that happened previously. That's something fairly recent, and I have no idea what the fuck happened here. Yeah, that's annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that here. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, let's... Actually, there's one thing that I made in the overworld that I haven't finished yet, but that could be a good thing to show you. And I'm gonna head towards my main mansion to show you that, because that's gonna look pretty cool, I think. Let me just do that here. That's something I wanted to do. This block over here near the RG stuff, that has to be a solid block. That's the only one where I couldn't place a glass block, so I think it would look good with the companion cube. As if it was trapped into this. Okay, let's... Yeehaw! Okay, back to the main world. Just when it starts raining. Pretty cool. And yeah, one quick thing before we get to what I wanted to show you. I tried to make something here, and noticed that when I turn on the lights into the mob trap, I can get a slime trap. Actually, I should have them get... Or it's the automated killing that's gonna be there. Okay. So yeah, as you saw, get some slimes by just flipping the switch, which turns the mob trap into a slime farm. Even if I still get some mobs, I haven't figured out where they can spawn. I should wander around in the mob trap to try to figure it out, because it seems that there's some blocks where there's only a light level of 7. I don't know if you know it, but if you take a look at F3, you can now see the light. So when you look at the coordinates, you have the X, the Y, the Z, the F, which is where you're facing, 1, 2, 3, and 4, or well, 0. And behind that you have your new line. LC, don't know what that is. B, that's the biome, so I'm in a taiga biome. And BL, block light, that's the light level of the block I'm standing on. So when I'm next to the glowstone is 15, which means that the block above is 14, and where my head is, it's 30. So that's the light level you want to look. Anyway, let's actually turn that back into the mob trap. And let's have a look into the new area. So that's something I started working on just before I went to the Nether. Still haven't had time to finish, but that's something really cool. We have a piston elevator here, and that's going downstairs, and that's a Mossy stone farm. So wow, what happened? Hey, pretty cool, hey? Really really fond of that trick. Anyway, let's have a look. So that's gonna be the room. That's the look of the finished room. That's the unfinished part, because let's go downstairs. If you remember, when I was building the mob trap, I had to be careful at one point because there was a spawner downstairs. Actually, you can see the water dripping from the wood block just here. That's because we are just below the mob trap. On top of the wood block here is the water channel from the mob trap. So when I was building the mob trap, I fell down over here one time, and when I was trying to find my way out, I noticed that it was actually really close to a second spawner. So I have just two right next to each other, one here and one other just there. But we are really close from the mob trap. All of these blocks are part of the mob trap. The wood as well, I can't remove all of them. That's where the wall, the water, and all of that is, so I can't go towards here. And I had the same problem close to here. If you take a look, the spawner is here, but just behind. No, exactly. We have the mob trap just there. So I had to make this area a bit smaller, so I won't be able to use the full 9 by 9, or no, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 9 by 9 square where the Mossy can spread. And the plan here is to make 2 Mossy farm, since I can't use the full space for the spawner here. I'm gonna make something automated for this one, which I can use fully, and something a bit more manual and a bit easier to do for the other one. So the plan will be to have a cobblestone generator, which is just over here. You can actually see it. You have the lava, the water, and it makes cobble in the middle, just like so. Every 5 minutes I'm gonna use the 5-minute signal from the Tower of Time, which is somewhere around here. No, actually I've decided against it, I think, because... oh yeah, because when I'm here the chunks from the Tower of Time are not loaded, so this won't be active. So I'm gonna simply use a read clock over here, which will give me approximately 8 or 10 minutes signal. So every 10 minutes I would have well, no, actually first there's supposed to be the full wall here, like that. 2 more, like that. So by default everything's like that. Every 10 minutes I have a pulse that goes into this huge wall of piston here that push all of the cobble 1 block to the side, except one in the middle here, because that's the one where the spawner is and I can't push it. That's why there's a hole here. And every 10 minutes it would push 1 block here. Of course there would have the full space occupied by cobblestone over here. So the cobble would be from, let's actually I have some over there so that you can picture it more easily. So I would have some cobble all the way up to here, up to this one, all the way towards the ceiling, and of course some of them would have turned, well, most of them I hope would have turned into mossy stone. So every 10 minutes it would push the cobblestone 1 block towards the block dispenser. Then a few seconds later it will go towards all of the block dispenser. They are powered from above. If you place the redstone on top of them like that, you can power both of the dispensers, which is why they had to be spaced out like that. 2 the redstone on top, then off on the side, 2 more redstone on top, and again 2 on the side, on 1 on the side, the redstone on top. So let's get back to how it works. Every 10 minutes I have my pulse that goes first to the wall of piston. This way the cobblestone is right in front of the dispensers, well, the mossy stone. Then the signal goes to the dispensers, to all of them, so they all swallow the cobble, and then the signal goes 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times into the cobblestone generator. So I'm simply gonna use a clock using the block dispenser, just like the thing I've used to spit out the wheat into the breeding factory. Like that. And like that. And then 10 minutes later, a new pulse here, a new pulse to the dispenser to swallow the mossy, and 7 pulse to the cobblestone generator. There's some hole here because I was too fast when I pushed the button. The cobblestone didn't form everywhere. That's why I have to find I don't have to push it too fast. And that's how it's gonna work. That's gonna collect on its own the mossy stone, and in the end I'm just gonna have to come here and get into the inventory of all of the block dispenser to get the mossy stone. And that's gonna be the main way of how that's gonna work. And I also found a way to add one more way to make it work, and that's gonna be to have the full room being filled with cobblestone, and simply whenever I want I come and it would press it will pulse the piston 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times to collect to collect absolutely all of the cobble that has been turned into mossy and replace it with fresh new cobblestone. So that's gonna be pretty fast to finish that, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish this episode on that, because that's gonna get pretty long otherwise. And we'll start the next episode by finishing this room here. I'm gonna simply add the timing, the read clock for the 10-minute pulse, and a turntable for the cobblestone generator. That's gonna be more reliable than the repeater, the layer, that's easier to say. And I want also to add the part for this side. That's gonna be way easier to do. I'm simply gonna have the same setup with cobblestone generators on the floors, pushing the cobbles and making it some walls that would go from this block here all the way to this block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block high. And so I have my cobblestone generators, and I would simply come manually remove all of the mossy stone and then press the buttons so that the cobblestone generators would make well, enough cobble to fill the room, except for this row over here. No, actually I'm still gonna keep the torch here, except for this row, because there's there's the spawner block and I can't push it. And since I can't use this part over here, I did something, I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with them, since I can have some blocks in which I can have some monsters to spawn. I'll see about that. Maybe I could add that. That could be fun to have Mossy stone and some zombies. Maybe what I would do is simply make the floor out of sticky pistons, placing and removing the Mossy stone so that they would fall down, be carried away somewhere, and I don't know, maybe trap them in the floor so I could get them. That would make a small bonus when I come here to manually remove the Mossy stone. I don't know, we'll see about that later. Anyway, yeah, one thing you'll notice that the way I made that room really doesn't match the rest of the the, the rooms I made, most of my building type, and that's intended actually. I had fun with the way you received and you commented about the Tower of Shame I made in the Nether, and decided that every now and then I would change the way I build stuff and would go with something completely different. So since I just went to a museum to see a collection about Mondrian, I don't know if that tells you anything, I was somehow inspired and decided to make something random. So I just completely randomly place some colored wool and filled the gaps with black wool. And I don't know, that's different. I kinda like how it looks. Kinda random. And I had to do something here because that's a bit weird, but there's again some water here. That's actually the last water channel from the last spawning pad, the one that's the furthest from the sender. So yeah, needed to prevent the water. And that's look weird, but that fits the theme of the room here, I think. And that's my favorite part. A cool and fancy piston elevator, really simple. I'll explain to you how it works in the next episode. And the quick and safe drop zone. So what happened is that there's a lens above here that sends the signal from the detector over here, which does that. Remove the piston, and the floor allows some water to get here just long enough for me to drop down into the water. This way I don't take any fall damage. Look, as if nothing happened. Found that pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions, any questions, anything, feel free to ask. I'm gonna have some times in the next episode to answer questions. So shoot, give me questions. I'll answer them gladly. And that's it for today. I'll see you soon. Bye bye, guys.